Elsewhere, Naruto was also feeling desolate, but on his way back, he encountered Sakura, who had come looking for him. Sakura had something she wanted to tell him. As night fell, thinking of Naruto and Sakura, Sasuke seemed somewhat moved. But whenever he thought of Itachi, he could never truly let go. Kakashi's words, in the end, didn't have much effect. The cover of night gave the Sound Ninja 4 the perfect opportunity. They surrounded Sasuke, these 4 being among Orochimaru's top subordinates. The Ninpo, 4 violet flame formation that had trapped the Hokage, was performed by these 4 together. They were resentful that Orochimaru thought so highly of Sasuke, so they came together to test Sasuke's strength and, incidentally, to complete Orochimaru's task. Sasuke, surrounded by the 4, attacked, sending them tumbling in disarray. But after a cloud of smoke cleared, Sasuke realized he had been battling 4 wooden logs, while the Sound Ninja 4 stood at a distance, watching the spectacle. Their ease and composure of true masters thoroughly annoyed Sasuke. He glanced back with a grim expression. Sakon was annoyed by Sasuke's arrogant attitude. He was the first to rush out to battle Sasuke. As the two rapidly approached each other, Sasuke took out a chakra thread and wrapped it around Sakon's right foot. When they landed, Sasuke tightened the chakra thread, leaving Sakon immobilized and only able to react passively to Sasuke's offensive. Just as Sasuke's fist was about to strike, Sakon's lips curled into a sinister smile. With just a simple musical note, Sasuke was sent flying back as if struck by lightning. It was the first time witnessing such a bizarre technique. Sakon mockingly said, "Your bones make such a deep sound." Sasuke was momentarily unable to respond. Kidomaru spit out spider silk trying to bind Sasuke, but during Sasuke's attempt to dodge, he was sent flying by Jirobo, landing right in front of Sakon. However, Sasuke adjusted his posture to dodge the attack and immediately dove forward, kicking Sakon fiercely into the air, using a move he had utilized during the Chunin exams called Sisirendan. Ultimately, Sakon crashed through the roof amidst a cloud of dust and noise. Meanwhile, unaware of Sasuke's peril, Naruto was happily eating ramen. This was the first time Sakura had asked him out for a casual stroll, but Sakura appeared melancholic. Eventually, she revealed a long-kept secret to Naruto, that during the Chunin exams, Sasuke had been affected by Orochimaru's cursed seal, which had significantly changed his personality. Both Sasuke and Kakashi had instructed her not to tell Naruto, but now she no longer wanted to keep it hidden, especially since Sasuke's expression reminded her of that time. Speaking of Orochimaru, Naruto recalled an incident during their quest to find Tsunade, when Orochimaru single-handedly held his own against both Jiraiya and Tsunade, demonstrating his unfathomable strength. Naruto optimistically stated that Sasuke wouldn't fall for Orochimaru's tricks. However, Naruto underestimated Sasuke's desire to become stronger. On the other side, Sasuke was no match for the Sound Ninja 4, with Sakon remaining unscathed and dominating Sasuke effortlessly. He continuously belittled Sasuke's strength, saying it wasn't even half of Kimimara's. Although Sasuke was internally furious, he was helpless. The Sound Ninja 4 offered Sasuke the chance to join them and gain power from Orochimaru. As the curse seal reacted painfully, Sakon and Tayuya continued to mock him verbally. Sasuke forcibly activated the curse seal, roaring as he charged forward, but Sakon easily kicked him back to his original position. The Sound Ninja 4 also possessed Orochimaru's curse seal, but the power they gained came at the cost of their freedom, bound forever to Orochimaru. Tayuya told Sasuke that playing with his friends in the warm village would never allow him to avenge his brother Itachi, whose name profoundly stirred Sasuke's heart. During his moments of self-doubt and stagnation in strength, Orochimaru's offer was tempting. Their goal wasn't to forcibly take Sasuke, but to persuade him to willingly seek out Orochimaru. After finishing their piece, they simply turned and walked away, leaving autumn leaves drifting in the air. As Sasuke reached out to catch a falling leaf, a ferocious expression crawled across his face. Perhaps there truly was a telepathy of hearts under the same moonlit sky. Unbeknownst to Sakura, as she casually watched the breeze lift the leaves, she felt an inexplicable palpitation, while Naruto remained oblivious. After saying goodbye to Sakura, he even felt like having another bowl of noodles. Meanwhile, Sasuke stood quietly at home, closing the team photo on his desk, symbolizing his final severance from Konohagakure. On a silent night, Sasuke, with a backpack, walked the path leading out of the village. Unexpectedly, Sakura appeared. At that moment, Sasuke stopped, simply told her to go back to sleep, and passed by her without any attachment or explanation. But behind him, Sakura was already in tears, unable to stop Sasuke from walking away. She questioned why he wouldn't share anything with her. Sakura tried to retain Sasuke with the friendship of Team 7, from the initial formation of the team when she misspoke and annoyed Sasuke, to the Dazna mission. The bonds of friendship had slowly solidified through these trivial matters. She didn't want Sasuke to be lonely again, but Sasuke didn't look back. He acknowledged that Sakura made some sense, but such tender friendship couldn't help him grow. He had once thought Team 7 was where he belonged, but Naruto's growth and the enemy's mockery told him he was on the wrong path. He needed to embark on a new journey. Sasuke was expressionless, but his heart was not necessarily without turmoil. Humans are not plants. Who can be heartless? Yet a life lived for revenge left no room for a girl's tears. In despair, Sakura shouted her confession, but it still did not sway Sasuke's decision. Coldly he said, "You really are annoying." Seeing no hope of reconciliation, Sakura quickly stepped forward, threatening to call out. Sasuke instantly appeared behind her and softly said, "Thank you, Sakura." A simple phrase that meant more than 1,000 words of expression. Sakura's tears were still falling down her face when she was unknowingly knocked unconscious by Sasuke. The evening breeze felt bleak. Sakura lay quietly on a chair, while Sasuke disappeared into her dreams. The Sound Ninja 4 knelt on the ground. Orochimaru had already instructed them that the moment Sasuke left the village, he would be the leader of the Sound Ninja 4. Sasuke was indifferent to the change in everyone's attitude towards him. He stood there as if he was born to be a leader. The morning bird call started as the gatekeepers, carrying thick files, went to see Tsunade for business, but stumbled upon the unconscious Sakura. Once Tsunade was informed of Sasuke's defection, she immediately sought out Shikamaru. This was his first mission as a Chunin, to retrieve Sasuke. Hearing the mission was urgent and could get complicated, Shikamaru's face involuntarily frowned. He thought such a task should be handled by a team of Jonin and Chunin, but Tsunade directly told him that was impossible as most Jonin were out on missions. Anyway, Shikamaru had to select excellent Genin within half an hour to form his team and leave the village quickly. Ultimately, Tsunade recommended Naruto to Shikamaru, because, even if not recommended, he would have gone to find Sasuke alone. Naruto, still in his pajamas, was shocked by the news. He quickly changed and followed Shikamaru. They arrived at the Akimichi family's door, but no one answered their knocks. Naruto was a bit helpless, but Shikamaru nonchalantly pulled out a bag of chips, barbecue-flavored. Just as he ate the last chip, the door instantly opened and Akimichi grabbed the last piece. Naruto was speechless. The reason for choosing Akimichi was simple. They had always been teammates and worked well together. The rest of the team included Kiba and Neji. The gate slowly opened. Naruto was clearly unsure of his role in the mission. He commanded everyone to follow him, but Shikamaru reminded him that he was the team leader and they must listen to him. Shikamaru quickly demonstrated his tactical genius, arranging the team in a single-file line. The keenly perceptive Kiba and his dog Akamaru first, followed by the brains Shikamaru, the explosive Naruto, the powerful Akimichi, and finally, Neji, with his Byakugan. Although Shikamaru disliked trouble and wasn't fond of Sasuke, he recognized that Sasuke was a member of Konoha Gakure and their comrade. Therefore, he was prepared to risk his life to rescue Sasuke. Seeing Shikamaru like this, everyone finally recognized his worth as a Chunin. Just as the pursuit squad was about to depart, Sakura arrived. Shikamaru saw her intentions and preemptively rejected her because her abilities were not sufficient. She would only be a hindrance. Sakura was frustrated, once again feeling helpless due to her lack of strength. Her two teammates had become excellent ninjas, while she could only hide in the background at such a critical moment. She tearfully begged Naruto to bring Sasuke back. Naruto finally understood Sakura's feelings for Sasuke and solemnly promised her, "I will definitely bring Sasuke back. This is our lifetime promise." The team finally set off. After leaving Konoha Gakure, the Sound Ninja 4 changed their demeanor. They surrounded Sasuke and told him that before meeting Lord Orochimaru, he must die once. Sasuke was startled by this revelation. Sakon pulled out a bottle containing a soldier pill. which could forcibly elevate Sasuke's cursed seal from level 1 to level 2, significantly boosting his power, but also accelerating the erosion caused by the cursed seal. Within minutes, a person could die. Sasuke remained calm, unfazed by the threat of death. A breeze rustled through the trees, and a falling leaf blocked the view of the cursed seal, reflecting Sasuke's internal conflict. Sakon handed the soldier pill to Sasuke. They would set up a barrier to mitigate the side effects of the cursed seal, turning real death into a state of feigned death. Sasuke no longer hesitated, and the reluctant leaf drifted away, just as Sasuke's attachment to Konoha seemed to dissipate. The drug quickly took effect, and Sasuke sat in agony on the ground. Sakon quickly placed him in a summoned wooden barrel, then called the other three to cast the 4 black mist formation. The black mist gathered in the air swiftly flew into the barrel, burying Sasuke completely. Now, it was up to Sasuke's willpower. Genma's team had just completed their mission. With their strong sensory abilities, they detected the Sound Ninja 4's movements. However, their tracking was discovered by the Sound Ninja 4, and a battle was imminent. The Konoha ninja quickly recognized the identity of the Sound Ninja 4, who immediately activated their cursed seal states. Sakon, holding a kunai, swiftly closed in. Genma countered by spitting out a toothpick to block the kunai flying through the air. Far away, Shizune had been waiting for her companions for a long time and decided to go to provide support. By the time they arrived at the scene, it was too late. The area was in disarray, with trees snapped and broken everywhere. Genma and Raidu were found on the ground, riddled with kunai and shuriken, barely conscious. Shizune quickly went forward to administer medical treatment. Fortunately, her medical skills were exceptional, and the two gradually regained consciousness. Another person recklessly considered pursuing the enemy alone, but Shizune immediately stopped this impulsive action. Genma also woke up in time. The enemy's techniques were no longer just simple ninjutsu. Recklessly pursuing them would only lead to certain death. Shikamaru's team was still on their way. Akamaru, with his sensitive sense of smell, detected the scent of blood. The team halted on the branches of a tree. At Shikamaru's prompt, they looked up and noticed an exploding tag attached to the tree, with 5 more in other locations. Neji, experienced and knowledgeable, recognized this as a barrier formation. If the enemy approached, an explosion would occur. They had no choice but to bypass it, because it involved high-level ninjutsu. Bypassing the formation meant navigating through numerous small traps scattered everywhere. Although troublesome, they were still manageable. Kiba reminded everyone to carefully avoid the invisible steel wires on the ground. But Naruto was about to step on one. Just in time, Shikamaru used his shadow possession jutsu, Kagemane no Jutsu, to control Naruto's actions. Though it was a challenging move, it fortunately did not trigger the traps. Shikamaru noticed a special aspect of the traps. Next to every visible metal wire, there was always a non-reflective green metal wire, a double trap setup that was difficult to anticipate. Given the meticulous nature of the traps, the enemy might not be far away. Neji immediately activated his Byakugan and, looking through the dense forest, pinpointed the enemy's resting place. The recent battle had drained the enemy physically due to the activation of their cursed seals, forcing them to rest. Shikamaru quickly formulated a strategy and commanded the team to split into 2 groups to approach the enemy stealthily. However, due to their lack of experience, Shikamaru's attempt at stealth was soon discovered by Kidomaru's strategically placed spiderwebs. Shikamaru hid under a bush to observe secretly, while Neji used his Byakugan to find Sasuke hidden inside a barrel. Suddenly, Sakon turned and shot a kunai with an exploding tag attached. The two tried to dodge, but it was too late. They were caught in the blast and unwittingly propelled toward the enemy. The 4 thought it was the Konoha Jonin again, but were surprised to find it was just a group of kids. Shikamaru stated they came to negotiate, but Kidomaru pulled on the spider silk, and Naruto and the other 2 were instantly yanked out of hiding. Kiba took the opportunity to throw a smoke bomb, but their first venture was not successful. The area was already covered with Kidomaru's spider silk, which was finer and stronger than metal wire and nearly invisible to the naked eye. Kidomaru boasted about his spider silk's prowess, but the next second, he found himself unable to move. Shikamaru had used his shadow possession jutsu to control the Sound Ninja 4. However, Sakon was not at all flustered. In the next second, Countless shuriken flew from behind Shikamaru, breaking the shadow possession jutsu. Jirobo took advantage of the moment to launch his Earth Release, Earth Prison Dome, Doton Kekai Dorodomu, trapping Shikamaru's team securely. Jirobo stayed behind to deal with the aftermath while the other three continued forward with Sasuke. Trapped, Shikamaru's team grew anxious. Kiba transformed into a human drill and created a large hole, but the walls self-repaired, indicating that this was no ordinary earth wall. Neji, using his Byakugan, saw something even more alarming. Jirobo was outside using a secret technique to continuously extract chakra from the 5 captives. Soon, everyone began to lose strength. Kiba ate military ration pills, and he and his dog launched their fang over fang, Gatsuga, turning into 2 large drills inside the cell, but to no avail. They only managed to create uneven holes. Naruto couldn't use his Rasengan, and at this critical moment, their situation became dire. As the team leader, Shikamaru was expected to stand out. However, after a long silence, Shikamaru surprisingly begged the enemy for mercy when he spoke. He was willing to give up on Sasuke, hoping the enemy would spare them, even if only one of them could be released. The impulsive Kiba loudly reprimanded Shikamaru. Jirobo thought there was discord within Shikamaru's team and mocked Shikamaru for being cowardly and fearful of confrontations, questioning if this is what a Konoha Chunin who gives up on Sasuke and betrays his comrades is like. However, inside the cell, Shikamaru was calm like a machine, constantly using his words to paralyze the enemy while observing the cell to think of a solution. Akimichi still remembered Shikamaru's words before they set off. Sasuke is a Konohagakure ninja, our comrade. Such a Shikamaru wouldn't possibly beg the enemy for mercy. Sure enough, Shikamaru began to take action. He had Kiba launch Gatsuga again, creating numerous holes in the wall. As the holes slowly repaired themselves at varying speeds, Neji used his Byakugan to find weak spots and mark them with kunai. Akimichi then used Baika no Jutsu to expand his body several times, before slamming into the weakest spot as Nikudan Sensha. Outside, Jirobo noticed something was wrong and desperately channeled chakra to strengthen the barrier, but it was too late. Soon, the wall was completely smashed by Akimichi, and Shikamaru's team escaped. Akimichi's perfect performance earned him Shikamaru's praise. Now, only Jirobo remained of the Sound Ninja 4. Although the barrier ninjutsu was broken, Jirobo continued to mock them, calling Shikamaru a useless brooding man and the rest of the team worthless. Naruto was about to step forward to teach him a lesson, but heard Akimichi firmly say, "Let me handle this guy." Akimichi then pulled out a bag of military ration pills and instructed Shikamaru to distribute them to everyone. He didn't need them because he had a secret weapon. Jirobo, underestimating the group of genin, quickly moved towards them. Akimichi stood in front of his comrades, pulling out 3 different colored pills from his pocket, and then swallowing the green pill. Soon, everyone was astonished to see Akimichi alone, blocking Jirobo's charge. At his urging, Shikamaru and the others continued chasing in the direction Sasuke had disappeared. Jirobo vowed to deal with Akimichi quickly, but was surprised by the extent of Akimichi's power boost. Akimichi gathered all his strength and hurled Jirobo away. On the other side, Naruto and the others had taken the military ration pills given by Akimichi. Shikamaru then revealed to his comrades that Akimichi had brought a secret medicine from the Choji clan for the mission, which could grant explosive power. However, Shikamaru left unsaid that the more powerful the medicine, the greater the side effects. The green pill, being the least effective, already caused Akimichi intense pain. Shikamaru silently prayed that Akimichi could handle Jirobo with just the green pill. Akimichi wrapped 2 strings of kunai around himself and launched Nikudan Sensha again. With the enhancement from the kunai, both his rotational force and destructive power greatly increased. Jirobo no longer underestimated his opponent and used his best earth techniques to block Akimichi's Nikudan Sensha. However, to his surprise, Akimichi easily broke through his defense. Jirobo was covered in wounds from the kunai. Meanwhile, racing through the forest, Kiba felt uneasy. Akamaru could judge an opponent's strength by scent, and Jirobo's strength was clearly off the charts. Could Akimichi really defeat the enemy with the secret medicine? Akimichi's Nikudan Sensha did not seriously injure his opponent. As patience began to wane, Jirobo activated the first stage of the cursed seal. Akimichi was immediately knocked away with a punch. Jirobo, full of pride, taunted, "Waste always becomes expendable in critical moments, and that's exactly what you are." Struggling to his feet, Akimichi kept recalling the words his teacher and comrades had once said. "Akimichi, don't just focus on eating, train a bit too." Seeing Akimichi spacing out, Jirobo guessed he had hit a nerve and thus gathered his strength for another fierce attack. With no strength to retaliate, as Jirobo kept mocking, Akimichi, hearing the taunts about Shikamaru joining the pursuit team, grew angry. In his view, he was indeed weak, but Shikamaru always believed in him. Indeed, in Shikamaru's heart, Akimichi's strength was no less than that of Neji and Naruto. What he lacked was not power, but confidence. Finally, Akimichi was knocked down again. A butterfly flew by, reminding him of Shikamaru's encouragement and trust. This time, he swallowed a yellow pill, and instantly, chakra surged within him, replenishing his lost energy. As a teammate and a friend, he could not let down Shikamaru's trust. However, to Jirobo, such strength still seemed insufficient. With the power of the yellow pill, Akimichi used the Choji clan's secret technique, his right hand swelling in an instant, striking Jirobo squarely. Then, Akimichi continued to barrage Jirobo with hits. Provoked continuously, Jirobo, in a rage, grabbed Akimichi's arm and flung him into the air. Instead, Akimichi used this opportunity to smash down on Jirobo with the momentum of the fall, shaking the forest as Jirobo was slammed into the ground. Akimichi thought he had finally won, but before he could rise, Jirobo lifted him up. This strength was beyond Akimichi's imagination. Finally unleashing his full power, Jirobo activated the second stage of the cursed seal. Displeased to use his ultimate form against a waste, he flung Akimichi skyward, releasing Baika no Jutsu. Seeing Jirobo's transformation, Akimichi was astonished, while Jirobo, arrogant, believed no one could withstand his power, now magnified more than tenfold. Wounded and suffering from the side effects of the secret medicine, Akimichi was immobilized, only able to watch as Jirobo approached. Jirobo kicked him disdainfully, commenting, "You lot are better suited for playing ninja games," a remark that reminded Akimichi of his childhood. Due to his sluggishness, his team always lost when he played ninja games. As Jirobo tightly gripped his neck, maintaining the second stage of the cursed seal consumed a great deal of chakra, so he attempted to absorb Akimichi's power, but was dissatisfied with the depleted chakra. Flung harshly, Akimichi tried to pick up a fallen bag of chips, only for Jirobo to snatch it first, leaving just one chip. Time returned to the past. Akimichi's slowness soon became an accepted fact among his peers, who no longer wished to team up with him. Rejected, Akimichi left alone, but his kindness caught the eye of a peer, Shikamaru. Gloomy, Akimichi confided in his father about being shunned by his peers. His father gently told him, "You are kinder and gentler than anyone. When you find friends who see these qualities in you, cherish them and become dependable companions." Akimichi nodded with a smile. Returning to the present, Jirobo viciously told Akimichi that after dealing with him, he would send Shikamaru and the others to hell. Elsewhere, Shikamaru was marking a tree, firmly believing that Akimichi could defeat Jirobo and catch up. Naruto and the others also left marks on the tree before moving on. At this moment, Akimichi was in a dire situation, holding only the most potent red pill, which would end his life once taken. Unaware of his friend's critical condition, Shikamaru always remembered the afternoon they became friends. That day, he met Akimichi and his father chatting on the rooftop and greeted them warmly, then told Akimichi it was his favorite spot to watch the clouds when the sky was clear. He invited Akimichi to join him, and they quickly became friends, sharing chips, and from that day forward, Shikamaru and Akimichi supported each other. In his heart, Akimichi silently apologized to Shikamaru. He wished he could continue on with Shikamaru, but he knew his journey had to end here. Without hesitation, Akimichi pulled out the red pill and swallowed it. Jirobo's punch came crashing down. However, when the dust settled, Akimichi was nowhere to be seen. Instead, countless butterflies fluttered around. At that moment, chakra-condensed butterfly wings unfolded behind him, easily neutralizing Jirobo's attack. Enraged, Akimichi threw 3 powerful punches. The first punch avenged the theft of his last bite of food, the second retaliated against Jirobo's verbal insults, and the third was for Jirobo's disrespect towards Shikamaru, his best friend, whom he could never forgive for being insulted. Channeling all his chakra into his fist, Akimichi delivered a punch with the force of 1,000 jun, a massive blow that instantly killed Jirobo. Though he had defeated his opponent, Akimichi's life was now in grave danger. Picking up the forehead protector that had fallen to the ground, Akimichi gasped for air as the world around him began to blur. Yet, he still followed the guidance of the butterflies, staggering into the forest. Finally stopping in front of a tree, Akimichi saw the mottled marks on it, marks that were a testament to their friendship. The journey of growth and companionship brought tears to his eyes. He could finally tell his father that he had indeed made many good friends. The side effects of the medicine relentlessly ravaged his body, and no longer able to move forward, Akimichi leaned against the tree trunk and slowly sat down. His hands fell limp, and his forehead protector dropped to the ground. Meanwhile, a butterfly fluttered past Shikamaru's ear, causing him to look back towards where Akimichi was. An inexplicable premonition of dread filled him, but the mission had to continue. He could only move forward. Akimichi, leaning against the tree trunk, fell unconscious under the sunlight,